What is the value of this keyword in JavaScript? So if I save this code, it returns an empty object in the Node.js environment and window object in the browser environment. Same line of code return two different objects based on where it is executing the code. Yes, this is what this keyword is. This keyword refers to the object or the context where it is executing the code. In the Node.js, it points to the global object which is currently empty, and in the browser, it is also pointing to the global object which is window object. What is the difference between the normal function and the arrow function on the basis of this keyword? So here we have the object which has the language as a property and one method which is a normal function and an arrow function method. So this is simply returning the this. This is also returning the simple this. So this means referring to someone. Let's say if I want to refer this is my airport, so I will say this is my airport. So I am referring to someone, so I am using the this pronoun. Now here in the JavaScript, if I just run this code, so you see this have the reference. Method have the reference of the object where it is currently executing the code. But when we run the arrow function, it have the reference to the global object. The reason behind that, run arrow function don't bind their own this. What is the output of this code? So here we have the number object which have the x and y, which is a simple variable, and then we have the add function which currently adding the number, but this is inside the set timeout function which have the callback function, and it is a normal callback function. So what will the output of this code? Just pause for a second and let me know the your answer in the comment section. So if I save this, we got the answer 9. Why so? The reason behind that, because this function is a callback function which is a regular function. As we talked earlier in the series, that method refers to the object, regular function refers to the global object, and it is referring to the global object, and in the global object we have x equals to 3 and y equals to 6. What's the difference between the regular function and the construction function on the basis of this keyword? So here we have the regular function which is setting some name property and then returning the this keyword. So if I console.log, I get a window object. Now we can see that this in the regular function refers to the global object and window object in browser. Now what will happen if I create a constructor function? So let's create a constructor function, and construction function start with the capital. So now let's create an instance of the constructor function. User is equals to new person with the name can be Vishal. Now what will the output if I console.log user? That return a new person, that is a new object. So the constructor create a new object and set all the properties mentioned here and return that object. Even if I don't write this, return this statement, then also it will return that object. What is the output of this code? So here we have the simple object which has the greet method. Inside that we have the set timeout which is running this code after 100 milliseconds. And if I call this greet method, what will the output? Let me know in the comment section. So if I save this, after 100 milliseconds I go hello Vishal, not Alice. This should point to the object because it's a regular function. No, not the reason behind that, because here the function, this is a callback function which is a regular function, and regular function points to the global object, and globally we set name is equals to Vishal. So how to fix this? So for fixing this, there are three ways. So the first way is with the object using bind method. So if I bind this, now I get the hello alive. The second way of doing this, pass the name as a parameter, and you can pass the name and you can ignore this. And in this set timeout, the third parameter is the argument. So here the argument will be this.name. So if you do this, you will get the same output. The third way is arrow function. So let me know the source code of arrow function in the comment section. How to explicitly set the value of this in the function? So here we have the regular function, and if I call this regular function, it will return undefined Vishal. Undefined because I am not passing greeting, and Vishal because this refers to the global object, and in the globally I am setting var name equals to Vishal. But let's say if I have to pass this object as a reference to this function, so that I will use a call method, and inside that call method I will pass the first person, and this person will be passed as a reference. I can pass the argument hello. This will be passed as the greeting. So we get the hello zone. There are some other methods like apply and the bind. So we can use the apply, but in the apply we have to pass the argument list and it will work perfectly fine. For the bind we have to use the bind, but the difference between the bind and the call and apply is that bind will return a new function. So let's say const app is equals to new function, and we have to call that function separately. That's why this is the three different answers, and this is how you set the explicitly this to a function. What is the output of this code snippet? So here we have the simple object which have the name property and a greet method which is the regular function, and inside that regular function we have another inner function which is also a regular function and only return the this dot name. So what will the value of this? Just let me know in the comment section. So if I save this code, you see it's returning Vishal. Although the object has the name Alice, but it's returning Vishal. Why so? The reason behind that, because the greet is the method which refers to the object, but this inner is the regular function and the regular function refers to the global object. So this is referring to the global object, and in the global we have the var name equals to Vishal. So if we want to put the Alice name, so what we have to do? We have to make this arrow function, and now if I save the code, I will get the Alice in the output. Do follow for more such videos.